Acres Homes is also known for its rich history when it comes to Juneteenth celebrations. The holiday is a few weeks away, but there are upcoming events planned for families to enjoy in the neighborhood. Joining us now to talk more about it is Sheba Roy, Community Relations Director with Acres Homes Chambers of Commerce. Thank you so much for coming in.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. I feel like a superstar here on you guys' set.
Well, we are appreciative of your time. We're so glad you came in to chat with us. I want to first ask you about the mission of the Chambers of Commerce and what that mission is for this community.
Absolutely. So the Acres Home Chamber for Business and Economic Development is a 501c3 organization that focuses on providing resources, information, and opportunities to our membership partners and the community at large. So really our goal is just to make sure that business owners and community residents have what they need in terms of, just society at large, since that's really what economic development is about.
Ensuring that they are set up for success. Talk to us about what that looks like when you go to advocate for these residents, these business owners, when you go to champion their causes, their initiatives. How does that all come together?
Well, it could look like somebody stopping by the office and saying, we're having this issue in our neighborhood. We need somebody to come out and talk about it. We've had people stop by the office saying that things have happened and they need the police. It really varies because the community is filled with so many different types of individuals. It's growing and expanding now, and what we're really looking for is that economic development. So we want to bring in businesses, business owners who want to come through and really just give us that commerce that we need in the community.
Find that common bond among them all and streamline it to make sure everyone is successful.
Absolutely, because we've got a lot of new developments. There are neighborhoods popping up everywhere, communities, townhome communities, but where are we going to go shopping? So we really need to focus on that part now.
Making sure they have access to that sort of stuff as well. Talk to us about the rich history of Acres Homes, that specifically of its history with Juneteenth.
Absolutely. So some of our residents are 100 and 100 and over, right? So some of these people have shared with me that, Acres Homes has celebrated Juneteenth for many years, and one of the main things they used to do was have a picnic, and everybody would get dressed and go to this picnic. And here's some footage of us having our own celebrations at the chamber. But one of the things that they did was go to DeSoto Park, which is now Highland Park, and have a Little League baseball game. So that's something that happened, in the 1960s and 1950s. So now we do our festival. This is our 4th year for the Cultural Arts Festival, and we're really looking forward to doing it this year. We've got some great artists.
Talk to us a little bit more about what people can expect at this festival.
Okay, so there's definitely going to be mist fans because it was so hot last year. So we're going to have misting fans, seating, of course, food trucks, moonwalks for the kids, and then we're going to have a full concert. So we've got Keon and the Zydeco Masters, Bayou City Brass Band, the Keisha Pratt Band, and AJ McQueen, who is a Houston native. So we're really excited about that. And we're going to have vendors and just opportunity for community to network.
And to come together, right? And to celebrate this neighborhood's history and to be prideful of what it stands for. Are you, Sheba, an Acres Homes native?
No, I'm not actually. So I am a native of Cashmere Gardens, but I actually grew up in Tomball, which is what allows me to see what the community really needs, because I didn't grow up in a community that lacked anything. So when I came to Acres Home, I realized that there was something missing. And so my responsibility now is to make sure that we have those things in that community that everyone else has access to.
And to be able to bring that perspective, right, to this conversation, and to be able to speak up for these people and to help them navigate toward a model that is encompassing and inclusive of all of these elements, I think is needed, right? Sometimes you need to have people beyond that nuclear environment to help you become the best that you can be and to championing these efforts. And so we always say, and I know it's really cliche to say it again, but it really does take a community.
It really does.
And this is a perfect example of that.
And thank you so much for saying that, Zach, because I just want to mention this before, because I know we probably have to wrap up, but I want to mention this. Acres Home was a rich community before it was incorporated. So the group that was putting together initiatives in the 1990s was reaching back to the history that they had. So we can use those elements and include some of these new elements to really bring forth something beautiful, and that's what we're trying to do.
And one thing you touched upon that just brings a smile to my face, you know, these individuals are elderly folks who have seen the community, you know, in its prime and go through its struggles. To be able to bring this to them and to have these conversations, and it just means so much to them, but also to us to see them smile once again as well.
Absolutely, and that's why we're really looking forward to what we're going to see today in the Our Town programming. Like, this is remarkable. I just hung up with a citizen from Acres Home, and she was just so excited because we really need this as a neighborhood. So this is just, it's beautiful, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah, and it's a way for us to build bridges. These neighborhoods are a part of our community, and so often we find that we're only going there for specific reasons. And to let these people know that we are all one and we are all there together is just, it goes a long way. And so we're so looking forward to getting out there this morning and continuing this coverage throughout the day, all day, right here on KPRC2. Sheba Roy, as always, thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you so much, Zach.
Appreciate it.
Bye, guys.
It is